414 days now until Star Wars Celebration 2016. Yes, so welcome back everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Sorry about the absence. Just not really been reading much, but I got a couple of books and I've read one of them. I thought I'd do a review for it. And this review is bought courtesy of my sponsor, MLacy91. Mike is always kind enough to send me books, even though I'm not sure what I'm going to get. So when I've opened this one, I've heard about this book and I've heard good things about it, which is God Hates Astronauts. Now, I will preface it by saying, if you love saga, you will love this book, because this is even more weirder than saga, in my opinion, which, you know, just by the opening blurb on the front says, I don't want to oversell what Ryan has accomplished here, but I give God Hates Astronauts to a blind man, he regained his sight. As soon as you open this up as well, you have like suggested voice talent as well. So you've got like the Auntie Mugger to play by Burt Reynolds, Dr. Professor to be played by Dean Stockwell. What was the other one that I laughed at? Mr. Crabtree, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Reed Spacer, Crispin Glover as George McFly, James Earl Jones as King Tiger eating a cheeseburger. Just some of the things in this is hysterical. So you have the main story. Forgive me, I can't remember their names. So you have what's called the... I just read this last night and my mind has gone blank with stuff. Or the power person's 5. So they introduced them to like Star-Lord, Kraymok, the Anti-Mugger, the Impossible, and Starfighter. Basically, Starfighter gets obliterated by this dude Sullivan, and yeah, I can't really show you because it is quite graphic. Basically his head swells up that big, and then there's him and his wife Starrier are in bed together, and you know, he says like, we'll sort this out and everything, and then later on his head then explodes, and so it's basically his head's just flapping around all over the place, and that's whenever he gets this head here and puts that on and starts becoming crazy. Yeah, I can't really show, like saga, I can't really show that much of this because there's so many curse words and things like that, you know. There's a guy who's a police officer who has gorilla arms. It's just, and there's like, once you finish the main story, you get then the origin stories of each of them. Some of them are different kind of art, so let's see if I can show stuff and not... Right, so some of it will be like, this one here is to do with Starfighter, and then you've got Stario, which I can't write, Anti-Mugger, which looks like this, which is kind of cool. My favourite one though, however, I love John L. Sullivan's one. It's like a kind of like an old-time boxer one, but my favourite one, due to the fact how it was drawn, is... where is it? So it's that one. No, it's before that one. Is the origin of Oilvin, which is to do with an owl who gets the key to the city and stuff, and then there was Oil Capone in it as well. But it's just an hilarious book, and I really enjoyed reading it. You know, it's not really that thick, but it is so good. 6 years in the making, you could now hold in your hands the world of GHA. It's like the Venture Brothers meets that hilarious movie The Astronaut Farmer, with just a dash of Robocop. Get ready for criminal aisles with crossbows, huge gross heads, ghost cows, tigers eating cheeseburgers, and the weirdest ex-marital affair you've ever seen. What is DHA? Damned if I know, but sure as hell love it. Oh yeah, mature audiences only. You have some art in the back here, which is really nice as well. So you've got like the Impossible Girl, who the way she goes is hilarious. So, you know, you got stuff like here. Yeah, so that's how his head kind of ends up. But it's, you know, the only one that kind of Mike steered me wrong with, because I've read it well, I've read some of it and I just can't get into it, was Joe the Barbarian. I just, this I really liked. This I just couldn't get into. I'm going to try and read it again, but I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. Basically, he's like, it's kind of like a weird Toy Story, I want to say, where things, you know, like he's kind of tripping on things, and I kind of need to reread it, but goes, God Hates Astronauts. If you're wanting something, if you love Saga and you love reading that, I would say to you, if you want an exceptionally weird book that you will laugh at, that's the one to go for, as well. I do have some other books to read as well that Mike has sent me, so I'm kind of behind on my reviews. I've also just noticed as well that I've been on YouTube for 3 years now. It's coming up to a year next month that I've done did my first comic video. So now I want to ask, I've done this before, but I've noticed loads of people are doing this now, so I want to kind of mark my time on YouTube with a Q&A. So the last time I did one, I don't think I had talked to as many people in the community as I have now, and forged so many good friendships with awesome people. There's too many to name, but hopefully they'll be the ones that ask questions in the Q&A. So yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them in this video, and I'll probably wait until, say, the middle of June and do it then. So if you have any questions, just pop them down on that. Yeah, so it could be do with anything. You know, it could be with TV, movies, games, comics, obviously, and that kind of thing. So leave the questions down below. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, so that's going to do it for me. It's just a quick review for that, but I know Mike was like interested to hear my thoughts. But I totally agree with what Mike said about it, was that it was a good read, and as I say, you know, like I really did enjoy it. And you notice every time I do a video, there's always sirens going on. They haven't found me yet. Yeah. So if you want something weird and wacky to read, I would say get that, and you'll not regret it. So thanks very much for watching. Leave the questions down below for Q&A, and until next time.